Welcome to the Greater Than Business podcast, where it's all about creating an amazingly successful business without sacrificing your quality of life, because life should be greater than business. And now, here is your host, Courtney Bedore.
This is episode 2 of the Greater Than Business podcast, and once again, I am so happy that you are here. And today, we are going to be talking about basically an extended conversation from episode 1, and we are going to be talking about marketing funnels again. Now, this time I am going to give you a little bit of a deeper dive into the strategy of the marketing funnels and why they are so essential to your business. So firstly, I want to do a bit of a recap of what we talked about in episode number 1. If you haven't already done so, please stop listening to this episode and go listen to episode number 1. And basically, the reason why you want to listen to that episode first is because I give you a general bird's eye view of how I structure marketing funnels to get the maximum results and conversions. So, as I said in episode 1, you need 4 main things: your opt-in offer, your CRM, where you're going to be delivering all of your emails, your conversion method, which is going to convert people to buying your product, and then, of course, your product or core offer. Then basically, I kind of walk you through everything that you need in that marketing funnel. So the marketing funnel itself is your landing page where they would opt in, a thank you page, which is going to give them the expectations of when to expect their opt-in offer and how to get it. Then they get a welcome email, 3 value emails, 2 segue emails, 3 pitch emails, and then hopefully they would click to get to your conversion method, become converted to whatever offer it is that you're offering, and then you would deliver them the core offer on the back end of your system. So pretty straightforward stuff, but I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown and a recap in case you forgot everything we talked about on the last episode. So as I said, if you haven't listened to episode 1, please head over to greaterthanbusiness.com/001 and you can listen to it right there on the page. So now the one thing that I didn't have a chance to talk about on the last episode was getting traffic into your marketing funnel. Now, obviously I touched on it that content is going to be a big source of traffic to get those leads into your funnel. So that's kind of where I'm going to start for this episode. Basically, in order to get traffic into your marketing funnel, you have to have consistent content going out there with clear call to actions. So for someone like me, if I am trying to drive people into downloading my marketing funnel guide, I'm going to create a bunch of content around that with a call to action at the bottom, basically saying, here's the guide, download it. And then from there, they're going to download the guide, and hopefully I will then get them going through my marketing funnel and converting on the back end, which would be converting them to a course on building out a marketing funnel. There are 2 different ways that you can drive traffic towards your content sources. So as long as you're producing consistent content, you can obviously use social media to promote, which I would call an organic method. So going on social media, logging into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever social media channel you're using, you want to make sure that the call to action takes them to your marketing funnel. And that is organic traffic is essentially how I word that, because you're not spending money. I view traffic sources as either paid or organic. Anything that you post by yourself without spending money to boost it is an organic post. Any word of mouth, any networking that you do, any sort of promotion that you do of your content that drives people into your marketing funnel is all considered organic promotion. I will have episodes on ways to do organic promotion, but for now, we're just going to gloss over this as just those are the two different types. Obviously, there's also paid traffic, which would be something like Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, anything like that where you're paying money to force your message out there to a broader, wider, bigger, massive audience. So there's kind of the slow game strategy, which would be using organic traffic towards your content. And then there's the faster strategy, which is paying to get your message out there faster. I recommend starting off with organic traffic only because chances are if you're starting your business, you don't have a lot of liquid funds available to just be able to throw thousands of dollars at Facebook ads or whichever ads you're using. So if you can start off with the small game of getting organic, you're also going to get people that are more likely to purchase, which I know sounds funny, but bear with me here. If you create content that really speaks to your ideal target market, and then you go find your ideal target market on social media, you find out where they're hanging out, and you put your message right in front of them, it's going to be like you just fell in their lap magically, and all of a sudden their world is going to have all of their problems, or like all of their problems are going to be solved by you falling into their lap on that specific day. Now, if you're doing Facebook ads, sometimes it can get really, really expensive, and you might not necessarily get yourself in front of the people that you want to get in front of. Because Facebook ads target in such a weird way, sometimes it's not as authentic as if you actually go out and find those people yourself. So if you have a small budget, I would recommend just starting off with something simple and getting people into your marketing funnel by organically producing those leads. Now, as I've mentioned, funnels are a long-term game. This is not going to be a quick fix, turn your business around in one night type of situation. This is something where it's going to take you a little bit of time to build it out. It's going to take a lot of testing in order to get it producing the type of conversions that you want. But then once you hit that golden zone of everything working, everything firing as it should, the conversion rate that's ideal, the steady, predictable income that you know is coming if you have 1,000 people go through your funnel every single month. And that is when you can finally rinse, repeat, and do it all over again. So what I want to really stress here is if you can nail down a marketing funnel, your messaging, your target market, your core offer, opt-in offer, everything, then what you can do is expand. So what I like to do is tell every business owner before they start getting too caught up in marketing funnels is I want you to sit down and think of all of the reasons that someone would buy your core offer. Think about your business as a whole and all of the products that you think you'd like to build core offers around. Think of all the pain points that drive people into your business and write them out. From there, you can design various channels of marketing funnels. So this is the holy grail of everything that I teach in flow automation. And this is where you are truly going to see the magic of marketing funnels. So, for example, in my business, I have several different channels that all lead to smaller courses that people can purchase. So each of my marketing funnels all have a specific topic and pain point. I have a lot of them because I am working with so many different levels of entrepreneurs, and I've got basically one key target market, but I've got several ways that my ideal client could find me because they are all dealing with separate struggles. So for one, my main one is marketing funnels. If people don't know how to build out marketing funnels or why they should build one, or if they don't realize that that is single-handedly the quickest way to automate your business and actually remove yourself from a sales process, then I go after those people. They become my key demographic that I'm trying to get my message in front of. So every piece of content that I create drives them towards my free marketing guide or marketing funnel guide. And from there, they will go through my marketing funnel. And if they choose to purchase my course, great. If they don't, then they're still going to get weekly emails. They're still going to get content, great value, and eventually maybe they'll come around. Or what they might end up doing is opting into another funnel. Because if I've already got them on my list, then I can expose them to various other ways that they may convert to becoming a paid client or customer. I have various ones built out. I'm not going to get into all of them, but I hope that you can kind of see and get the wheels turning in your mind and in your business on how you could do it as well. Because then all you have to do is rinse and repeat. So my secondary marketing funnel that I have built out there is on evergreen webinars. So because that's one of my main conversion points that I have used in the past, that is obviously something I wanted to teach on. So if you have already downloaded the marketing funnel guide and you've got that going, then I have one available for doing an evergreen webinar as your conversion method and making sure that if you already had a successful launch style webinar, you can turn that into an evergreen and then have that run in the background for you. And that can become a conversion method inside your marketing funnel. So maybe the person that I'm targeting doesn't buy my marketing funnel course, but maybe they buy my evergreen webinar course. And maybe that doesn't, or maybe down the line, they run into another one of my marketing funnels and that resonates with them more and they end up purchasing there. Basically, you're kind of giving them the ability to choose their own adventure within your business and convert at the time when they're getting the proper message in front of them. So it's not just about conversion. You don't want to just make people convert because obviously you want them to buy something from you, but it's about building a relationship so that you are constantly giving them different offers and eventually they'll become a paying customer, but you just need to hit them at a point where, at a different pain point. So the way that I tell people to structure their business is basically by picking out your top 5 pain points that bring people into your business. Develop a core offer around those 5 pain points. It can be the same core offer. I have had people do it for one membership site that they have had in the past where they've developed various different pain points that bring people into the membership site, and that membership site solves all of those 5 different pain points. Or you can create 5 smaller courses that would then solve each of those 5 pain points. So it would be 5 different funnels going to 5 different offers. Various ways that you can do it. Just basically look at your business and see which one works best for you. If you're struggling with this, I am here to help you. So please don't hesitate to email me, flow@flowautomationinc.com. Use your subject line as episode 002, and I will help you out with kind of figuring out the various different angles that you could take on your marketing funnel, or marketing funnels, I guess I should say. So that is my main strategy for building out your marketing funnels. You basically want to make sure that you're taking into consideration all of the different ways that people could come in and just kind of branching it out. Almost view it as like a spider's web, where in the middle of the spider's web, you have the core offer. And then as you expand out, all of the different ways that people could get into your core offer. And then from there, create marketing funnels that would drive them from the outer ends or the outer edge of your spider's web into the middle. And that sounds really predatory, but that's not what I'm going for with this. But this is going to be the best way that you can scale your business up and bring in the amount of leads that you want and create the income that you're looking for in your business. So the last thing that I want to do is touch on a few of the main questions that you need to consider as you're testing and tweaking your marketing funnel. So if your funnel's not converting and you're not getting sales to your core offer, then you really need to look at the messaging and make sure that everything is kind of lining up. You're giving good value in your marketing funnel, making sure that it's all circling back to whatever the main pain point is. So you're not just targeting them with the pain point and then never addressing it again. You want to make sure that you're really, truly helping them to get over whatever their main issue is, the reason why they opted in for help in the first place. Basically view someone opting in for your opt-in offer as a cry for help, because that's what they're doing. They're crying out for help. They're wanting you to fix something for them. And that is what your opt-in offer is supposed to be doing. So here's the list of questions. If you haven't already, I want you to go and download the marketing funnel guide, which you can find at greaterthanbusiness.com/002. On page 15 of that guide, you will see a list of questions. So I'm going to read them out quickly here for you, but I want you to make sure to download and then pull up this list and really go through it after you have already set up your marketing funnel and you're troubleshooting on where you could test and tweak. So first off, how many people have visited your opt-in page? How many people have opted in? How many people have opened your welcome email? How many people have clicked on your welcome email? Do the same for your value emails. And note which links they did click if they clicked in your welcome your welcome or value emails. Do the same thing with your segue emails. How many people opened? How many people clicked? And what links did they click? How many people opened your pitch emails? How many people clicked in each of your pitch emails? And what links did they click? If you're going through those, basically auditing your emails, and you notice that there's a huge uptick in one email where everyone seems to open it and everyone seems to click, that email is going to be your standard. That is the one that you want to strive for all of your emails to get those same results. Now, keep in mind that in a marketing funnel, people are going to drop off. Your welcome email will always have the highest open rate. It will most likely always have the highest click-through rate. And then from there, everything's going to kind of taper down. But if you can make sure that your welcome email is super powerful and your first couple value emails are super powerful, then your segue and pitch emails are more likely to get opened by the people that you're really hitting with your messaging. You can also set up abandoned cart emails, which we didn't talk about in episode 1, and we have yet to address in episode 2. But abandoned cart emails are featured in the marketing funnel guide. And basically what they are is if someone does click on any of your pitch emails and they don't purchase right away, then in a couple of hours, you're going to send them an email that basically just reminds them that they have something sitting in their cart and that if they have any questions at all, this is the time to reach out. So it's a very simple email, but you also want to make note of that when you're kind of auditing through your marketing funnel to make tests and tweaks. You also want to know how many people went to your conversion method. So whether it be a webinar, a sales page, and you want to know how many people purchased from going to that conversion method. So if it's a webinar, how many people watched? How many people purchased? If it's a sales page, how many people went to the sales page? How many people purchased? All of those things are key in order to determine if your funnel is converting as well as it should. And once you've gone through those and you've kind of done like a complete overhaul of making sure that everything is up to the standards that you want, then that is when you can rinse and repeat and create it for another pain point driving to the same product or a different product. The only thing that has to change is your opt-in offer itself. So your core offer can stay the same, but you should create a different opt-in offer that's going to address a different pain point that will bring them into the same offer. Or you can complete a completely different marketing funnel that drives people to a different offer that you have within your business. So that's completely up to you, but these are the steps that you want to make sure that you take for each of your funnels, especially your first funnel. So a couple things that I want to touch on before we go is that you want to make sure that initially, after you set up your very first marketing funnel, that you leave it untouched for 1 month. You need to make sure that you have a decent amount of leads entering into that funnel before you can really evaluate what's happening. So I know that a lot of you are going to want to jump the gun and get in there and start testing and tweaking, but that is not what you want to be doing. You have to give it some time. So you want to make sure that you have a decent amount of leads that have entered into it to evaluate what is happening so that you can see the opportunities for improvement. Ideally, you want to have at least 500 leads go through your funnel at a minimum. So if that takes you longer than a month, do not touch it until you've had at least 500 leads go through your funnel. Once you've given your funnel a real chance at performing, then you can make some adjustments. And even at that, you only want to make small adjustments. That is where you want to answer all of those questions that I just listed out. Go through and see if you can see a big red flag. So a big red flag would be something if your open rate for one email is substantially lower than all of the other emails, that's your starting point. From there, I would change the subject line. Make it something that pops a little bit more. Make it something that would entice someone to open. Make sure that you don't have too many graphics or not enough text, because things like that can affect your deliverability into an inbox. This is going to be a whole other episode on email deliverability, but I just wanted to kind of point out a couple little things that can give you some quick adjustments that you can make within your funnel. So ideally, what you want is to have all of your open rates for all of your emails over 20%. That is the target. It's not mandatory. It's just that allows you to get enough people into your funnel and have enough people opening the emails that you're going to be able to get the highest conversion rate possible. So take note of all of the emails that are not above a 10% open rate, and those are going to be your key ones that you're going to want to look at changing the subject line for. Now, if you're noticing that people are opening and they're not clicking, then that is when you would want to change the content of that email. So switch it around, make your call to actions closer to the top, make your call to action a button, something along those lines, but you're going to want to change the email content if you're not getting clicks. And clicks are key because if someone clicks in an email, then you know that they're actually reading them. Open rates are one thing, but click rates are the bread and butter that are going to make or break your marketing funnel. Click rates are important because then that means that people are actually engaging. And if they are engaged, then they're more likely to purchase because they're actually understanding what you're putting out there, which is huge. And then the next thing that you're going to want to look at is, have people been converting? So obviously, this is going to be a huge marker to watch. You want to make sure that you have your conversion method in place and that it's actually being looked at. If nobody's going to your sales page, then obviously no one's going to be buying. So you want to make sure that your pitch emails are very clear, very to the point, and are enticing people to click and actually go to your sales page. Then if they get to your sales page, are they staying on your sales page? Are they clicking on your sales page and going to the order form page? Are they actually buying? If they're not buying, then you might need to change your conversion method and see if you can maybe put a webinar in place instead of a sales page. Once you can figure out how your ideal people are going to convert, then you can rinse and repeat. And you already have proven your ideal clients will purchase better from a webinar versus a sales page, or from a sales page versus a webinar. Each unique target market is different. Each of them perform differently, and each person can perform differently as well. So basically, you're just trying to hit as many people as you can in your target market with how they choose to buy. It's really difficult at first, but it's definitely something that if you can master it, this is going to take your business way to the next level. And one of the biggest things that I see over and over and over again is that if people aren't buying, then generally you're not conveying the value to them in a clear, concise format. So no matter if you're using a sales page, a webinar, a sales call, look at how you are presenting the offer. Are you giving them a chance to really see the benefits of what you're offering to them? And that would be the one spot where I would start if you're not converting. If everything looks great and you can't figure out why people are converting, chances are your offer is just a little bit too complicated, or they're not seeing the value jumping off the page at them or jumping out at them when you're speaking on a webinar. So those are the two biggest things that I see happen time and time again, and they are the fastest and easiest thing to fix if your marketing funnel is not converting. So basically, I've kind of summed up everything here for taking your marketing funnel to the next level, being able to apply it to your business in a way that will allow you to rinse, repeat, and scale and create, obviously, a bigger income influx in your business that will draw in more leads, more happy clients, and more raving fans to your business. That's all I've got for today. If you could do me a huge favor and review our podcast on iTunes, that would be fantastic. If you need anything at all, please go to greaterthanbusiness.com/002. And that is where you're going to get the show notes for this episode and where you can download the free marketing funnel guide, which will literally walk you through step by step how to get your marketing funnel set up and running. And as I've said before, if you want more content related to building your business, please check out flowautomationinc.com and head up to the top to the resources tab where everything is curated for you there into various different categories. Or if you want, go to the homepage and just scroll right down to the bottom and you'll see the latest blog post from us. That's it for today. I hope you are having a fantastic day, evening, morning, afternoon, and I hope to talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for listening to the Greater Than Business podcast at www.greaterthanbusiness.com.